Hey, it's Patrick here again, and on this week's episode of Philosophy Sundays, I'd just like to make a little special announcement. For some of you that may know, I have decided to self publish my first book of philosophy. This book is titled Dasein's Journal, a collection of philosophical thought, and essentially goes through some of the philosophical ideas and studies that I did while taking a year off of school. So I started this project about in November 2015, and this is where I decided that every Sunday I would release philosophy content through my blog. I then took all these philosophical meditations, I guess, and compiled them into one book to form a whole. I used a pseudonym, which is Dasein, just because I wanted this book to be for everyone, even if it is one of the ways that I looked at myself and my own thought. Essentially, my book is separated into three parts. Three explicit parts, anyway. So the first part is where I kind of do an analysis of my own philosophical education. In other words, in the first part, I kind of try and find the origins of my own philosophical thought. So why do I have these ideas and where did I get certain ideas from? And I try to analyze all this. In the second part, I start what's called the Being and Time Project, where I read the first part of Heidegger's Being and Time, which covers strictly the idea of being in general. And I create notes for myself and for other readers that would like to try and penetrate this work of philosophy that Heidegger wrote. At first, the purpose of me writing these notes was so that I wouldn't have to reread Being in Time, and that others would have a guide if they wanted to read this work of philosophy, even if they didn't have any background in philosophy. Upon completing the first part of the Being in Time project, I move on to the third section, and this is the post Being in Time project. So this is where I present some ideas that I now hold because of reading Being in Time. So everything that kind of happens after the Being in Time project definitely shows a influence from Heidegger, since I did spend almost half a year just focusing on Heidegger's Being in Time. There is another section or a subsection in this third part, but it's not explicitly mentioned in the book. But in the last section, it covers certain ideas and philosophical influence that I gained from moving or living in the Philippines for about 5 weeks, a little over a month. And here I can kind of see the influence of Eastern thought, whereas my whole philosophical education has been solely focused on Western thought. I'd just like to take this last moment to thank everyone that's already reserved a copy of Dasein's Journal. And if you'd like to reserve your own copy, you can actually directly message me either through email or my Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, and I'll post those links at the bottom of the video. And hopefully you guys have a great week. See you guys next time. Bye.